Hi, thank you for tuning into Q&A. My name is Sarah Archer, and I'm joined today by Matt Dossie, who is a manager within our customer support team. Matt, thank you for being on our show.
Thanks for having me.
So, Matt, what is your quick tip for us today?
Well, I've actually got two for you today. So the first tip I'd like to share is around just providing the right information when you submit a case to us. This is a common issue for our team in that we need information to help resolve your tickets. And I'm here to help provide a little more clarity on what you can do to help us in that area.
What are the top 3 pieces of information that customers should have when they submit a ticket? Because some customers may not know these are the things that I should be submitting. So can you give us a little bit of info on that?
So yeah, there's 3 major things that we look for that we'd like to have when you're submitting a case. The first one is a description of the problem. So you'd be surprised how many cases we get into our system that basically say something's broken, we need it fixed immediately. And while it may be severe to your company, it may be causing you pain, we certainly understand that. But in order to help resolve those issues, we really need to understand what's happening. So if you could provide things like a screenshot of the error message you're receiving, the impact of this issue to your business, or any screenshots or videos that you could take of what's happening in your warehouse, and then any business process tips that you could give us as well. Every customer does things a little bit differently, so it does help us if you can explain a little bit about how you're using the software, how you're using NetSuite, and just give us the big picture there.
Where can our customers go to understand the correct prioritization of an issue?
So there's several places that we would send you to for that. So the first one would be our RSmart Help within NetSuite. And there is a support icon at the top that you can click, and that will drop down and give you the most up-to-date support information. And that'll give you a quick rundown of things that you can use to help determine prioritization, as well as our contact information.
So we know that things may not necessarily be normal right now for our customers. So super users may not be on site to troubleshoot, or the customer may be running with a limited crew. Could you give a refresher on the best way to submit a support ticket right now?
So still the best method is to call us, especially if your issue is critical. We run into a lot of situations where the customer feels their issue is critical, but to us, it's difficult to prioritize if it's not something that is stopping your business. So that's an area that we want to make sure that you fully understand. So I do have a couple of examples that I can run through to help you understand that today. So just kind of thinking through how you use RSmart and NetSuite. If it's something that you can do within NetSuite, you typically do have a workaround. Some examples of that might be you're unable to print a shipping label using RSmart. Typically, you can go directly into NetSuite and print that label, but there's definitely some areas where you might be doing label printing from RSmart, and you are relying on RSmart to do your label printing. So that would be an example of something that could be production critical. Another area would be just around order processing and picking. So a lot of our customers, have different varying degrees of volume, and you definitely want to make sure if it's just one order you can't get out the door and you are able to process that in NetSuite, take as much information as you can to submit the case to us, but also understand that that's not something that your business is completely down. Whereas on the contrary, you may be in a situation where no users can log into the system, or they're unable to process any orders. And for us, that is certainly something production critical that we want to help you with immediately. So again, the best way to submit an issue to us would be to call.
So Matt, are our customers able to send an email to reach us, or do they just need to call in?
You can certainly email your issues to us, but we would prefer if it's something that's production critical where you're completely down or unable to use the software that you call us, especially if it's after hours.
All right, well, thank you, Matt, for your time today. As always, for those of you watching, if you have questions for us, you can email those questions to info@rfsmart.com. Thank you again, Matt, and thanks to those of you watching, and we'll see you again soon.